4 super simple lunches that even a lazy guy like me can throw together in under a couple of minutes. Hey, Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I want to talk to y'all about how to put together some fantastic anabolic style meals for your lunches. So guys, what does anabolic mean? Heck, it's the name of our company, Live Anabolic. Anabolic means muscle growth, okay? So we want to have our lifestyle put together in such a way that we're in an anabolic state as much as possible. It's not possible to be like that 100% of the time, all right? But we do 2 things, all right, to grow muscle. We work out and we eat. Now, I guess a third thing you might say is sleep, all right? That's the recovery. But guys, I've shot different videos about this before, but the nutrition is by far the hardest part of all this, okay, of being anabolic, because doing your workouts requires you to focus and pay attention and put forth a lot of effort for what? 30, 40 minutes out of the day, and that's it, you're done. All right, you can go on with your life. All right, you can mess up, but your nutrition is something you have to worry about all day long. All right, I mean, just you can screw up a whole day just in about 5 minutes, eating a big old giant sugar-filled milkshake, okay, or a bunch of donuts, or just something like that. All right, so eating correctly is something that you have to do all day long, day in and day out. And guys, if you're trying to lose body fat, the nutrition is actually more important than the workouts. But if you're trying to build muscle, all right, the workouts are critical, but so is your nutrition. And you have to be able to give your body the correct types of fuel, okay? And I'm not just talking about carbohydrates and fat. I'm talking about protein, because most of us have a hard time getting enough protein in our daily diet. And protein is what your muscles use to repair themselves and to grow, okay? So if you're not getting enough proteins in your daily diet, then you are not living an anabolic lifestyle. And I'm gonna give you 4 different super simple lunches today to make sure you're getting the protein that your body needs to be anabolic. All right, well, you see a lot of food here on my counter, and this is what 4 different lunches would look like. I'm gonna go through all those in just a second, and I'm also gonna explain to you why they're not just super simple, but if I can do it, I'm the laziest cook on all of YouTube, then you definitely can. But I want to remind you guys of a free resource we have. It's our Facebook group. And I don't care if you don't like Facebook. I don't really like it either. But I'm on there every single day. I'm the moderator of our group. I'm answering questions, and there's just thousands and thousands of guys all over the world. I mean, mainly I would say in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, but we also have guys in their 40s and 80s in the group. Every single country, pretty much English-speaking country around the world. So guys, click the link below and at least take advantage of it. Just create a little account. You don't have to use your real name. You don't have to post any pictures of yourself, but I promise everybody that joins it is really happy that they did, because they just get so much out of all these stories. It's not me talking about myself, all right? It's about all these other guys around the world that are asking questions and talking about their problems and about their successes. So guys, please, trust me, it's the best fitness resource on all of Facebook. All right, so here we go. 4 really good anabolic lunches to help you build muscle. Now guys, go back and look at some of my other YouTube videos. All right, so just go into that little search engine, where the little magnifying glass is, and type in Mark meal plans or nutrition or something, and you'll see videos of me describing how incredibly lazy I am. I live by myself. I'm a bachelor. I don't want to cook, okay? I cook very, very little, so I like to just eat. All right, so I went to the grocery store just a few minutes ago, and this is what I came up with. Now, the first meal is crazy simple, all right? And it is chicken, green beans, and potatoes. So where's my chicken and my green beans and potatoes? Because I gotta wash the green beans, I gotta chop up the potatoes, and then maybe I gotta cook the chicken breast, and then, It's right here, all right? Most grocery stores have sections, all right, where the meals are already prepped for you. They're ready to go. Some of the meals require cooking. Some of the meals require heating. This is just heating. 4 minutes in the microwave, all right? Let me open this up for you so you can see. That's grilled chicken breast, green beans, and sliced potatoes. Guys, that is the most common meal you're gonna see professional bodybuilders eat. I mean, day in and day out, all right? Tons of protein, lots of good veggies, and complex carbs, all right? Whole foods. Everything in here is fantastic for you. You know, if you could stomach it, you could eat this for, breakfast, lunch, and dinner pretty much every day and be fantastic. So how hard is that? I literally pull this off the shelf. I can stick it in my microwave for 4 minutes. That's actually 2 meals right there, all right? So it's got fantastic macros. When I'm talking about macros, guys, I'm talking about protein, carbs, and fats, all right? So today's video is really going to focus more on proteins, all right, than anything else, because it's kind of hard. If you're not paying attention, you can easily, eat several meals and not get a lot of protein in there, all right? So meal number 1 doesn't get any easier. As long as you can turn on the microwave, you can make this lunch. All right, meal number 2, guys, I know you can do it because I can do it. A sandwich. How hard is a sandwich? Let me show you my trick to making sandwiches even easier than they already are, okay? Right here. This is a tub of chicken salad from the grocery store, from behind the deli counter, okay? It's already made. I don't have to do anything. I just scoop this out, put it on some bread. This is a tub of tuna salad, all right? Already made. It's from the same deli counter, all right? Scoop it out, put it on some bread. So one's a chicken salad sandwich. You can make a tuna salad sandwich. All right, this is the other thing I want you guys to understand, the bread, okay? A lot of people think you just can't have any bread, otherwise you're just gonna blow up and be fat. That is not the case, all right? We're talking about 2 little slices of bread, all right? I'm not talking about eating a loaf, every 3 days. The other thing is, guys, when you walk into the bread section at your grocery store, it's just overwhelming. I mean, there's I don't know how many dozens of different types there are. So you're gonna have to figure out, all right, what is the healthiest bread, all right? And it's gonna take 5 or 6 minutes. I had to take my reading glasses in to the grocery store because I can't read the nutrition labels, all right? So this is what's going on. I've looked and looked and looked. This I found was the best, healthiest all-around bread in my grocery store, and I have a huge selection, all right? So this is called keto bread by Oro Wheat, all right? So Oro Wheat is a big, big company. Now, a lot of you guys might say, I don't have this on my grocery stores because you live in a different country or a different part of the country, all right? Doesn't matter. You don't have to buy this. Just find the best, healthiest bread in your grocery store. Let me just give you some statistics here. So you have to figure out and learn how to read nutrition labels, all right? Simple as that. Once you look at 4, 5, 6 different types of bread, you'll start to get the hang of, what's good and what's bad. So this, 1 slice is only 60 calories. That's on the low end. Most of the bread is 110, 120 up to 140 calories per slice. All right. Each slice has got 4 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein for this little tiny airy thing. I mean, there's almost no weight here. The fact that it's got 4 grams of protein per slice is really remarkable. So you're getting 8 grams of protein just with the bread in your sandwich. The other thing that makes this so great is it's got 8 grams of dietary fiber. That's a lot of fiber per slice, guys. And it also means when you're counting your carbs, all right, so you get to subtract the dietary fiber carbs from the total carbs. So this only has 11 grams of total carbs minus the 8 grams of fiber carbs, means each slice has only got 3 net grams of carbs. That's almost nothing. That's crazy low, guys, especially for bread. And 2 grams of fat. So this stuff, all right, is nothing to avoid, all right? I know it says bread, all right, but this stuff, I found a bread that's actually really good for you. I mean, the macro numbers on this are phenomenal. And this is what I did. I just, opened the top of my chicken salad, put it on the bread. I threw some baby spinach on here and some pico de gallo. So I'm just going to leave that like that. I'm going to explain what's going on here. So, guys, if you have to make a choice, pick spinach over lettuce, okay? Unless you just hate spinach, but spinach has got some great micronutrients in it. It's got a little fiber in it. There's actually some benefits to spinach, all right? Just like Popeye. Remember Popeye the Sailor? Lettuce has got almost nothing in it. It's like eating air. I do not know how cows can get so big just eating grass. All right, so lettuce doesn't even have a lot of fiber in it. Now, it does have some bulk, which is kind of nice, but there's just not a lot of good stuff. It's not bad for you, but it's just kind of, it's kind of neutral. And then the pico de gallo, guys, now I'm from Texas, all right? So this is chopped up. Let me tell you what's in here. All veggies are good. You can't eat too many veggies. But if you're like me, you don't want to have to prep them. You don't want to have to wash them and slice them and then put them in baggies and everything. So this is how I do it. All right, this pico de gallo is chopped up tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, peppers, and cilantro. 100% everything in here is fantastic for you. It's basically just a bunch of different vegetables already cleaned and washed and chopped up. It's spicy. I like spicy. I'm a Texan. But you guys can do whatever you want. But there's lots of different options at the grocery store. So once again, no prep. I'm not cutting anything, guys. All I'm doing is just opening the plastic lid and I'm dumping some on my sandwich, all right? And then finally, I'm not a mean ogre. I'm not some ultra strict trainer that's not gonna let you eat anything fun or taste good, all right? So I got some chips on here. These are potato chips, all right? No problem with some potato chips. If you wanna save a few calories, get the baked potato chips as opposed to the normal fried chips, all right? A little bit healthier for you, but that's no big deal. And remember, this is a potato. This is not a highly processed food, okay, you know, with a bunch of sugar or something involved in it. And then, of course, I got a pickle slice there, which is what? It's another veggie that's fantastic for you. It's got basically 0 calories. So this right here, this lunch has got lots of protein, lots of fiber, and tastes great. And I mean, it is so easy. All I did was scoop and put it on a slice of bread. All right, guys. Lunch number 3, I call desperation lunch or out of food lunch. So if you're like me, you hate going to the grocery store, which means you just naturally let your refrigerator get really, really low on food and your pantry get really low on food. And then you're like, man, Mark said I need to make a sandwich. Well, I'm out of bread and I'm out of chicken salad, I'm out of tuna salad. Now, what the hell am I gonna do? What do I have? So this is what I did, this kind of scrounging around, okay? This is before I went to the grocery store. This is what I found. I had a few eggs laying around, okay? I had some leftover Greek yogurt. I had some protein bars laying around. I also had this little protein shake I'm experimenting with. So, doesn't really look like a meal, does it? I mean, a meal has to fit on a plate and has to have bread, you know, sandwiched on either side of it. No, you know, you can eat healthy just with a hodgepodge, all right? So each hard-boiled egg, all right, you don't have to fry them and make a big mess. You can hard-boil the entire dozen eggs at one time and then just leave them in your refrigerator. So 8 grams of protein per egg. That's really good, all right? This Greek yogurt, now guys, get Greek yogurt, don't just get yogurt. It has to be Greek, and I highly recommend you get stuff that calls itself light, all right? Light just means less sugar, all right? So Greek yogurt, this has got 12 grams of protein in it, and it tastes incredibly sweet. I mean, this stuff tastes phenomenal, but it's relatively low in sugar. It does have sugar, but it's really good for you, all right? So I got eggs, I got yogurt. Now, I just found this laying around. I had one of these left. This is a protein bar, 21 grams of protein, guys. All right, and then this was in the refrigerator too. I haven't even tried this yet. I was experimenting just to see if I like the taste, but 30 grams of protein in this little protein shake, okay? And I don't have to mix anything. I mean, I just pull it out of the refrigerator, pop the top, chug it, all right? So lunch number 3 is kind of the desperation, what do I do lunch? As long as you know what you're looking for, and as long as you kind of understand what the macros are and how much protein is in these different things, it's really easy to get enough protein in. So if I did this kind of emergency deal here, I would be getting very few carbs. There's some carbs in the form of sugar in the light Greek yogurt, and there's a little bit of sugar in the protein bar and the shake, but not a whole lot. So I'm really getting a fantastic source of protein to keep my body anabolic, because guys, I worked out yesterday, I worked out today, I'm gonna work out tomorrow, all right? So if I'm not consistently feeding my body with protein day after day, then those hard workouts that we're putting all that stress and strain into, we're not gonna get 100% out of them. We might only get 60 or 70% benefit, all right? So if you wanna be anabolic, you have to eat anabolic. All right, guys, so the last anabolic lunch for today, sushi. Now, I'm not a huge sushi fan. Some people absolutely love it. They can eat it for every single meal. I like it occasionally. It just wears on me. It tastes good for one meal, but then I don't want another one for, a week. I have friends of mine that could eat it every day. So guess what else? I didn't make sushi. While I was at the grocery store buying this other stuff, just pulling it off the shelf, boom. So there's a whole sushi section, all right next to the deli. All this stuff is refrigerated. You just get to pick from a lot of them. Even have the nutritional information on here. So this is spicy salmon, okay? So salmon rolls in a little sushi box here. It only has 440 calories for this whole thing. And guys, you can't feel this, but this is heavy. That's a lot of, heft going in your stomach. And I'm gonna read on the bottom here. So this thing has got 16 grams of protein, all right? And it's rice. So the carbs are coming from a whole food, not from a processed food, all right? So how easy is that, all right? You can eat this in your car as you're driving if you have to. And then you don't really need anything else with that. It's as simple as pick the sushi that you like the best and go, because all that sushi in that section, all right, is gonna be good for you. I didn't really see anything in there that I would tell you to avoid. So there's some shrimp sushi, but a lot of it is salmon and other types of fish. So guys, 4 super simple lunches that even a lazy guy like me can throw together in under a couple of minutes, all right? So if I can do it, I promise you guys can do it. And then the thing is, guys, you have to stick with all these concepts, okay? And I talk about sticking with it, never giving up on yourself all the time. That's kind of how I end every video. But you can't just do this 2 or 3 days a week and expect to be anabolic, okay? You'll be anabolic for those short periods, but then what's happening for the other 4 days out of the week, all right? You're not getting as much out of your workouts as you possibly could. So you really got to pay attention day in and day out to what you're eating. And if you eat anabolic on a consistent basis, I guarantee you guys, you will put on muscle and lose fat and feel fantastic.